right, man. I got something special here today. I had to cut him off because he's giving the gems away before we start. You know what I'm saying? Started the pod, but I'm honored today, man. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do this one. So I've had phenomenal coaches down here, phenomenal players down here, but now we got a guy, man, who was in both worlds, currently still is coaching. So head boys basketball coach at Menominee Falls, Milwaukee Hamilton graduate, night class in 1992. Went to Shasta Community College. He was a Hall of Famer there.
Yep.
Then got a Division I scholarship to Sac State.
Sacramento State.
Did your thing there. Then went over to North Dakota State.
Yep.
Finished there. Got your degree. Then in terms of going pro, did you make that move?
Had a couple opportunities. I was blessed for some doors to be open for me.
Yeah.
See, back then you had a free agent camp, which a lot of guys could get invited to free agent camps.
Yeah.
But then after that, it had veteran camps that you had to try to make it in, and a lot of it just didn't work out.
I hear you.
Didn't work out. So I was looking at overseas, USBL leagues, stuff like that. Tampa Bay Windjammers, the Grand Rapids Hoops. Just stuck a lot of just semi-professional stuff. But for me, I got tired of it. Constantly traveling every week to try to make a team, and I was just sort of like, no, I got a college degree. I'll fall back on my degree.
Man, that we gonna definitely pinpoint on that, man. Finished up at North Dakota State, pursued the pro career, but man, wanted to do something different. So got into teaching. Then my man also got into coaching. Was at Vincent, was at North Division, was at Hamilton, was at Washington, had some phenomenal teams there. Phenomenal teams at Vincent too. He was giving me the rundown, but we gonna try to pinpoint all of that stuff. Now he's at Menominee Falls, man, father, husband, coach, principal too, right?
Dean of students.
Dean of students, man.
Administrator,
the list goes on, man. Got voted top 100 players from Milwaukee, man. Without further ado, we got the OG Coach Fred Riley in the building, man. How you feeling, sir?
Man, pleasure. Blessed to be here.
Yeah.
Man, finally made it to the stage. It's an honor, man. To support young fellas like y'all out here with the platform that y'all have. Talk about, the great things that former players and current players, former coaches, current coaches are doing. It's just a blessing, man. So I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. Appreciate you. So with these interviews, we like to take it all the way back to the beginning, man. So if you could take it back to the beginning, man, where are you from, sir?
Well, for me, it started right in Westline Housing Project. That's home. 6120 West Sheridan. Yeah. Came out there, my family, I got 3 sisters.
Okay.
My mom was a single parent, growing up in low income.
Yeah.
Didn't have any brothers. I do have 2 half brothers, but my dad went down south and created another family down there, but didn't grow up with my half brothers.
Okay.
So I just had my sisters and myself. So as a boy growing up in Westline Housing Projects, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
The Jets was tough back then, man. And you had to prove yourself every day. And not just sports-wise, but just as a young African-American male growing up, just the challenges that we faced to try to stay out of trouble, keep our head above water. So it was an ongoing battle every day, man. We didn't get a day off. And I'm talking about from elementary to middle school to high school to being a young adult, man. You didn't get a day off. It was always challenges.
Yeah. Man, shout out to the Silver Spring Center. So when City was on here, shout out to Big City. He called Westline the Bricks. So did y'all call it that back in the day, or when did it transition? And how was it just growing up, and how was you able to just navigate that? Because we from the city, so it's a certain element there. So how was you able to navigate? When did you get into basketball, man? So fill us in, man.
Well, times change, and as times changes, the different generations give it its own. They put their own twist on it, which I can appreciate that, because even as I got older, I always would come back, and that's how I know a lot of the younger generations of guys, because I always came back to Silver Spring. But when we was growing up, we called it the Jets.
Yeah.
The projects. So it was the Jets.
I get it.
That's what we call it. Yeah. But I can resonate too with the bricks.
Yeah.
Because I understand that, because when we was growing up, Westline Housing Projects, it was all brick.
Right.
The new twist they put on it, the Westline Gardens. I can appreciate the upgrade.
Yeah, for sure.
But understanding the roots of Westline Housing Project.
Okay.
So we called it the Jets.
Yeah. Okay, man. Again, man, shout out to Westline, man. So in terms of just elementary school, middle school, did you stay in that area, or did you go somewhere else?
Well, we had 2 schools around us, elementary schools that we could have went to. And I went to Richard Kluge.
Okay.
Richard Kluge was on the West Coast. We called it the West Coast because it was the north side of Silver Spring, and Westline is on the south side of Silver Spring. So we called it the West Coast. And then you had Brian Kilborn on the opposite side, like on 60s. Was that 68? 68th, right off the towards the edge of Westline, right before you hit Villard. So it went to one of those 2 schools, and my mom enrolled me in Richard Kluge, the Thunderbirds.
Yeah. Shout out, man. So at that time, was you playing ball yet, or you was just kid from the neighborhood?
I was just a kid from the neighborhood, man, really trying to feel my way out, trying to figure it all out, man. Just being honest, man. Like, I got sisters, so being the only boy growing up in the Jets, you getting tested.
Oh yeah,
man. You could go to the store for your moms. You could be going, because it was Cole's food store, like right across the street. Yeah. Or you could go to Shocks, the arcade that was right where McDonald's is. And then we had an arcade, and it was called Shocks. And everybody used to be there. Yeah. So like you could be going to McDonald's, Shocks. You can be going to Coles, and man, you can get into a fight, right, like real fast, man. Like cats gonna test you, because one thing we had was a code growing up in Westline was like, you gonna learn how to fight, because if we have to go somewhere, we all riding together, right. So we testing each other every day, fighting, and it was rough, man, because I'm fighting every day to prove, man, like my loyalty to my projects, and not loyalty as in a sense of, just streets, but just loyalty as in a sense of I love where I come from. Right. And I'm gonna represent where I come from, whether if it's on a basketball court, football field, whatever I was doing, classroom, whatever. I'm representing, I'm proud of where I come from. Yeah. She got me involved in sports. I remember I was 11, 12 years old. She took me to Silver Spring, got me a membership. Okay. And talking to Bob, he had, AFY football, and Athletes for Youth. Roy Hill created AFY football for young African American kids that was growing up in neighborhood centers, Silver Spring. You had Laverne Way, Hillside, Northcott, MLK, Martin Luther King, like all these neighborhood centers. And they had a football team, basketball team, baseball. We had all that stuff growing up, man. And that was, to me, that was like just as good as high school, just as good as playing in middle school leagues and stuff, because there was a lot of top talent, because these were the guys who were talented but necessarily didn't get to high school yet, or didn't have the grades to play. Right. So it was a crop of talent in those leagues. So I was playing AFY and really AFY at the time was 13 to 15 years old. But Bob put me on the football team at 11 because as in talking, he understood, like, there's sports out there, but my first love was football. I was a football player, What position? And man, I played a combination of players, but if I'd have nailed down 2 on the offensive side, I was a running back. Okay. I was very dangerous as a running back. And then on the defensive side, I was a linebacker.
Oh, so you hitting something then?
Yeah. Like I was notorious, known as a hitter. Yeah. And Ronnie Lott, Night Train Lane type of player, like sticking my nose where it don't belong. Right. But the funny thing about a lot of my friends was playing basketball. Okay. And I want to backtrack a little bit because when I first moved into Westline Housing Projects, and the next house over, my sister was dating a guy. Okay. And the guy she was dating later on became my best friend. He was the first guy I met in the Westline Housing Projects. His name was Terrell Ragsdale. Big ups to you, Rags. Big bro, I love you. Terrell took me to Silver Spring Neighborhood Center.
Okay.
You know, like my mom knew about it, did the registration and do my stuff, but Terrell, we was the one, he coming to get me, taking me to Westline House, to Silver Spring Neighborhood Center all the time. He was playing sports up there. He know his nickname, Waterhead, Jughead. He know that. But no, Rail, he took me up there, got me into sports, playing football. And I really loved it. I really love football. But then, you know, in the winter, basketball came around.
I get it,
man. I tell you, man, I couldn't play basketball worth a plug nickel when I was young. Or I didn't want to be a failure or nothing like that in their eyes. Yeah. So I used to try to watch the stuff that I was doing, but I couldn't help the company I was running with. Yeah. You know, when I was growing up in the Jets, man, you got pimping, you got drug selling, you got gangs, you had everything that you can possibly think of right there in the projects. Hustlers.
How big was the crew you was running with at the time? When you was at middle school age. Say what you can.
Oh my God, man! Like we rolled deep, man. Like, let me explain it like this. Growing up, we was considered like junior Westline. Yeah. The young bucks. You know, so we the guys in elementary and middle school. Mm-hmm. Then you had the next guys up, you know, and they had a day called Junior Westline Kill Day. So like if the older kids, like the teens, the 15, 16, 17, they catch you on the way from school, catch you from the center, coming out the center, whatever, they beating you up, man. You getting beat up, like for real. So like this went on for a whole week. We have to dodge these guys and run from them, man. Coming from school, we jetting, sprinting, getting away from these dudes, man. Hiding places, looking out, making sure they ain't on our heels, man. These dudes try to catch us coming out of hot supper, man. Like catching us coming out of the open gym. They be lingering around. It be a lot of times, man. We got to jet out that back door. We try to stick around, and you know, send diversions to distract so we can go another direction. So,
man, is they trying to put knuckles on y'all, or they just trying to rough y'all? Okay, so they took it all the way there.
They're gonna teach you how to all the way there. Oh yeah, they jumping you. Listen, man, like we didn't take it personal because we knew what it was. Right. But I saw some of the craziest stuff, man.
So you gotta fill me in. So I think the closest high school to Westline is Madison. I want to say. So you went to Hamilton, and which was all the way,
which is Obama now.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying, you went all the way to the south side when you got Madison, you got Custer, and then Washington a little bit up too. So give me the rundown on picking Hamilton.
So coming out of John Muir and playing for Bob. Yeah. Like Willie Jackson, them, we had a connection with Madison High School. Mm-hmm. Coach Rozak, Coach McKissick and them, they did amazing things over there at Madison, and they went to state. We had one of our homegrown products, a lot of our homegrown products from Westline that went to Madison. Yeah, that makes sense. And the most successful one from Westline Housing Project was Ellis Turntine, which is Jamal Turntine brother, E.T. We call him E.T. Yeah. He went to Madison. He was part of that state team that went to state.
What year was that?
That was like 81? Okay. I think something like that. 81 when Madison went to state with Ray Rozak and McKissick and them. E.T. was the point guard. Okay. For them. So as we growing up in the center, E.T. is the big brother. Right. You know, everybody knowing. And they knew the success he was having. So, you know, just naturally, we want to follow in the footsteps and go where everybody from the home was. Madison. Madison. But my mom was just like standing on it like, absolutely not.
She ain't with you there with the guys.
Absolutely not. She was all like, you not going there. You're not going to Custer. You're not going to Madison. And it's crazy how, you know, when I first was filling out my schools, you know, I did put Washington down. You know, I wanted to go to Washington. The reason why I wanted to go to Washington, if I couldn't go to Madison, was because I saw Jamal Turntine and Calvin Rayford go to Washington. Yeah. Dwayne Mitchell went to Madison, Sweet Hands. He went to Madison, but he didn't play until later his high school career.
Okay.
I think his junior year he started to play.
Yeah.
But his freshman and sophomore year he didn't play at Madison.
Yeah.
I knew a Terry Bennett. You know,
Shout out,
I
yeah.
knew TB.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't enough for my mom to say you going to Madison. So I put down Washington. I wanted to go to Washington because at the time Washington was known for basketball, and I was in that phase of I'm still a football player, but I'm starting to really love basketball.
Let me stop there. What was deterring for you? Because you naturally, you know what I'm saying, you took the football, the aggression, you know what I'm saying, you athletic. But at what point did it start to be like, man, you know what, I'm starting to get down with hooping, bro. So what happened with that?
I think probably, man, like, I was a quick study, man.
Okay.
Like, you know, because I started playing at 11.
Yeah.
And by the time I got 13, I was pretty good.
Yeah.
I got pretty good. It took me, 18 months, 2 years. And because I'm hanging around basketball players and I'm playing all the time, and they'll tell you what you can't do.
Yeah.
And you getting ribbed all the time. and guys, when you get tired of not getting picked and you know this and that, so you gotta go work on your craft.
Yeah. Let me ask you, because like lefties, man, y'all so rare. So did you naturally embrace being a lefty, or did you try to shoot right hand at first?
No, I was.
You already embraced lefty.
Naturally
Okay.
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it any lefties at the time you was looking up to? Like, man, I could kind of take a little bit from this guy, a little bit from this guy.
I think I didn't look at it from that perspective. I think the guys that I looked up to, like professionals, at the time, like I loved Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah.
I love Magic Johnson. As in high school, I used to call myself the Magic Man.
Yeah.
In my yearbooks and stuff, I sign it.
Yeah.
Magic Man. You know, my shooter shirt, Magic Man. So Magic Johnson was another one. I love Bernard King. That's why I wore 30.
Yeah.
You know, Bernard King was business.
Super underrated.
So I love Billy Owens. And then later, as it, you know, I started to love like Big Dog and them. I saw him play. Well, I ain't gonna say I saw him play, but on TV, I saw the game, his high school state game, the Indiana State high school game. I saw Big Dog play against Allen Henderson.
Yeah.
But then just growing up, man, like I saw some of the best guards.
We gonna go to Hamilton Wildcats, man. We at Hamilton now, man. What's the mindset? Is it I'm gonna just make a team, or is it, man, I want to make varsity? And at the time, was it a 10th through 12th, or was it 9th through 12th?
It was 9th through 12th.
9th through 12.
9th
Okay,
through 12.
So what was the mindset, man? Where did you want to be?
I say for me, man, when I left John Muir, I felt I was one of the top dudes in my class. Like I said, I wanted to go to Washington, but then, you know, Gordon kind of like, I looked at him and like, I don't know if I want to play for Gordon.
Yeah.
But Willie Jackson was telling our team, like, we can go over here to Hamilton. And Demetric Williams had a cousin there. Greg Washington. We found out James Scott, who was a bad boy, man, in middle school. Like, this was the first dude that I seen who was like epidextrous. Like, he can score left or right. Like, this dude was a problem. Yeah. Like, for real. And he beat us twice by 1 point each game at John Muir when they played for shows with guys. Yeah. But he went to Hamilton too. Okay. So I'm all like, hold up. I got a chance to play with James Scott? Yeah. Like, without a doubt, I'm going to Hamilton. Yeah. And so, like, when we going to Hamilton and we sizing up the varsity guys, because, you know, we kind of arrogant, we kind of cocky. Yeah. 8th graders coming in, 9th grade. And I see they guards, and I'm all like, oh, I can get dude. I can get dude. You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, like, my season got cut kind of short because coming out of 8th grade, I got shot. Oh. I got shot messing around still, you know, the hood is in me a little bit. Yeah, yeah. So I'm hanging, and we had a party, and fight broke out. And the crazy thing was because back then, guns wasn't even a thing. Right, we fight. Yeah. Like, and
y'all was at Westlawn when this happened?
This was actually on the West Coast. It was like on Carmen. Okay. No, like Bobolink. Was it Bobolink? Carmen Bobolink, somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Call. That's what it was. We was on Call. It was a party, and it was my ex-girlfriend at the time. She had a party.
Yeah.
And they invite guys from everywhere coming to the party, and our hood is in there.
Yeah.
And some guys got into it with some guys, and stuff happened. Yeah. And all I remember is we breaking out running, and I just remember the dude shooting, and I got shot, and I kind of just sat down on the curb, and the guys, his crew, and them, they ran right by us and was still shooting.
Oh, so they weren't even aiming at you, at you.
They was aiming in the crowd because it was our crowd, our guys.
Okay, they just
trying. But they didn't even know that they shot me. So they ran by shooting, and when they was walking back, they even asked me like, "Did I get him or whatever?" They wasn't even paying attention to notice I got shot.
Where you get hit at?
In my leg.
Oh, okay.
Right in my leg. So at that point, like I'm sitting there just bleeding out. And I'm like, oh. I remember my cousin came back and Eric Rainey, my cousin Scott Spinks and Eric Rainey, they came back.
Yeah.
And picked me up, took me to the house. When I got to the house, my mom wasn't even there. My mom and them had went out, to enjoy themselves. They work hard. And they had to call my mom. And then all I remember my mom is my stepdad said, my mom telling my dad, get to the house. He running stop signs, red lights.
Sure. Got to
get to the house.
Yeah.
And I went to the hospital. So I got shot. And I missed most of my freshman year. So then I kind of came back. Like Jones knew I was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I ended up coming back towards the end of the season. And I remember he made me play a freshman game. I never played a freshman game as a freshman.
Yeah.
He made me play a freshman game, and I remember James Scott was on freshman, which he shouldn't have been. Let me say that by far. James Scott should have been starting varsity. Mm-hmm. Me and James kind of got in the argument because I'm shooting all the balls. I'm trying to just prove to everybody I'm back, so I'm trying to get 50. And James Scott cussed me out, and told me it wasn't my team, and I wasn't being a team player and all that. And I respected it coming from him because I knew who he was. Yeah. So it kind of gave me a reality check.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you playing the wrong brand of ball. This ain't who you are. And you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
Right.
So, I respected it, and I played better after that because of James Scott.
Yeah.
And then I got moved up my freshman year. Finished the season. I remember we had a chance to go to state because I was playing with one of the state's best players. He was Mr. Basketball at that time, Chris Jones. Chris was getting recruited by Arizona, a ton of Division I schools. It was Mr. Jones' son, our coach's son, 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", could jump out the gym. Man, I ain't seen hops like that.
Yeah.
Like just springs, and it could shoot it, dribble it, rebound, like defend. He did everything. Yeah. And I wanted to win with him.
Yeah. And
they had a pretty good team our senior year. And I remember we played South at South Division. And South had Carlton McGee, who went to University of Wisconsin. Carlton was legit. He was one of our conference best, one of the state's best, and he was a hell of a track star. They had Steve Beaker Brown, super freakish athlete, could jump out the gym, probably grab a quarter off the top of the backboard. They had a point guard, Latino point guard, Jeff House. And I remember we was playing South at South, go upstate. And we went through a couple of our guards, Corey Morgan and them. They was. I think they fouled out. And Jones looking down the bench. And he called me, and I'm, really inside, I'm scared as shit.
Oh
man.
Yeah.
I'm nervous, but I'm from the Jets. I'm playing it cool. Yeah. Like, okay, bet, let's go. I get in the game. I got jitters, but I play solid. I think the point that happened where we had a chance to win the game was I got fouled at the end of the game. and I'm at the free throw line. I got a chance to ice the game for us, and I missed the free throws. You know, and I remember just crying, and because I let Chris Jones down.
Yeah.
You know, I was just crying, man, and I vowed, I promised, I said, I'll never do that again, and we going to state the next year.
Mm-hmm.
So my sophomore year, coming back, I'm playing varsity. I'm starting varsity.
Okay.
And we end up going to state.
Mm-hmm.
We go to state. We played against the Washington team with Silas and Cal.
Yeah.
And Jamal Turntine, Wilt Henry, Daddy Parker, Deshaun Wilson, rest in heaven, Pokey. They had a killer team because that team was ranked third in the country. And I think if they'd have won that game, well, they did win state that year. It was the following year after that when they lost to Tulsa East. They probably could have been number one in the country if they didn't lose to Tulsa East. But they was ranked in the country that year. Calvin was one of the top point guards in the nation. Silas was one of the top bigs behind Glenn Robinson and Chris Webber. He was right there because I think he got MVP of the Nike camp or something like that.
That's a big time.
So like we played them as a sophomore, and I think the state was more shocked of how I performed against Washington, but I wasn't shocked, and I don't think Calvin or like Silas or Boo was shocked because growing up, you know, we all played against each other. So they knew, like, you know,
what it was.
Yeah, they knew I was coming. They knew I was hungry.
Yeah.
They knew that I was going to play competitive, you know, against them. They knew I wasn't scared. But I think because everybody else really haven't been, you know, know who I was. I think it was more shocking to them when I had that good game against Washington.
So y'all ended up taking. Was that the championship game? Y'all took an L to them?
We lost to Washington in a semifinal game, the game before the championship.
So sophomore year, y'all make it to state, man. You making strides, you starting, and you can see the game progressing. Now give me the rundown. Junior year, you bounce back, man. What's going on with you?
We have a good junior year, man. Like we had a chance to do something, but like it was just bogus, man. Because we had some legit players. We had Marvin Fitzgerald, who I had the first step like James Worthy, super freakish, athletic, could jump off his feet. Marv Fitzgerald, daddy.
Yeah.
I played with his daddy. Marv Fitzgerald Sr. And we had Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith was a beast. Both of them was averaging like 20-something points a game. And it just didn't click right, man. It didn't click right. Reggie, he didn't even play in our playoff game. It was just shared that threats was sent to him to, I don't know what was going on in Reg's life at that point where, you know, but he said he couldn't play because threats, you know, and I respect that, like, you know, but I hated it because I felt like we had a chance to do something. That's 20 points, 20 and 10 off the board. You know, and Reg was a beast. If you'd have saw him upstate the previous year, he dunking backwards on Washington, all that. Like, Reg's a gamer. Reggie Smith could play. And we didn't do good our junior year, but then they all graduated. And then we came back our senior year, and this was crazy because, like, we just got Deron Reed, Hollywood. That was his nickname, Hollywood. He transferred in from Marquette. We got Kwame Brown, who came in from Ohio. Markel McDuffie. We had a team then. Pete Kennedy transferred from Washington High School. My guy who grew up in Westline with us, 6'5". He was our big man, but then he got ruled ineligible by the WIA. They took 15 games from us. So at that point, like we was a very small team. Kwame was our biggest guy, maybe at like 6'1", 6'2", but he was playing the 3-4s, like the 3-4. And Markel was our center, and Markel was like 5'11", 6 feet, but a beast. Like, man, cock strong and rebounding who would get the best of him. So we just got together, man, and was like, you know, we could do this. We don't care who we playing. Because we saw in the summer league that summer, we played against King and them with Otto McDuffie and Brian Curry and them. We won the summer league at Marquette. So we can play with anybody.
Yeah.
So we just strapped our boots up and we ended up winning our sectional. We ended up going to state. Ended up losing to Madison West.
Okay.
And they went on to win state. So both years I go to state, I lose to the state champs.
Yeah.
We lose to Madison West, and they end up beating King in the championship. But you know, they got the governor's son on their team, Alex Doyle. They got Alex Compton. Alex Compton was a bad boy. Like, I don't give a lot of white boys credit, man. like for real, it's just a handful that could just really go.
Yeah.
Like Alex was one of them boys. Like, you got to respect him.
Right.
He can come in the hood and play. You know, he gonna get his respect. So Alex was one of them dudes, them gamers, man. So we ended up losing to them. But I mean, I look at my high school career, man, and like to go to state twice.
Yeah, that's big time.
You know, all conference, all area. I felt I should have been player of the year my senior year. But played AAU. We had, and that's the crazy thing, because AAU, like, it was only a couple of AAU teams in the state at the time when we was growing up. Like, it ain't like it is now, man.
Was the Spartans wasn't around yet, was it?
No, man. None of that. It was Haircuts, US, which later became, it was Vic Tanny, who later became Haircuts, and then US Leather. That was all Rick Cobb.
Okay.
Ryan Marinfke, Bill Marinfke, Will Allen, all them, they coached us. And then you had St. Clair had a team based out of Racine. And that's who Jermaine Osley, Tree and them, they all played for Jermaine Showers and them, they all played for them. So really at the time, I think it might have been another team up north.
Yeah. But
it was only like it down here, southeastern Wisconsin, maybe 2, maybe 3 AAU teams.
That's crazy.
And
200 of them now.
Man, listen, you know how many players was playing? And I wasn't even an original player that got picked on that team. What happened was Rick Cobb came to see Joe Burns from Racine Horlick. We played them at our place. And I remember Rick Cobb walked to that gym. I knew who he was. Yeah. You know,
I knew, out for Brad.
Man, listen, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I put on the show. I put on the show. Rick invited me to practice. Ewell Clinton brought me to practice. It was me, Ewell Clinton, Ewell Clinton, and Aldrich Wilson. Went to practice. I didn't play a lot. I remember the second tournament, I played. And then by the third tournament, I was starting. I was starting over Frank Secker and Terry Preston. It was me and Ryan Marinfke starting.
That's big time.
Yep.
That's big time, man. I just speak to the grit, you know what I'm saying, the Jets, where you from, and just love for the game. So at the time, in terms of recruiting, when did it start for you? And then when it came to make your decision, what was the things that went into that?
I think that my recruiting started my sophomore year.
Okay.
When we went to state, I had a good performance. And then that same summer, my coach took me to the Metro Index camp in Bloomington, Illinois. I balled. My team ended up winning the championship, the Metro Index championship, and I got selected as the Sweet 16.
Okay.
The Sweet 16 was the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So I got to play with Mike Finley and all them.
Man, what's Mike Finley like, man?
Listen, back then he had the curl. Like, I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. I was so nervous, man, playing it in the game. And I shot Mike Finley an alley-oop, and the ball sailed so high, it probably went into they had an upper bleacher in Red Bird Arena, where Illinois State is at. Like, it's upper. The ball probably sailed up there. I was so nervous, man. I was so nervous and threw it in the alley-oop, but I know what I wanted to do with it. Yeah. But I'm so nervous in the game. Like, I'm a sophomore. I made Sweet 16. I was kind of shocked myself. Yeah. Like, it wasn't like, you know, the attitude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I suppose it was more like, what? I'm here.
All right.
I'm playing against, because I knew Howard Nathan name was ringing with Calvin Rayford and them. He played in the McDonald's game with them, so I knew who Howard Nathan was. I knew who Mike Finley was.
Right.
So I knew who these guys were. Klein Schmidt played, McDonald's game. Like I knew who them guys were. And I was just more amazed. Like I'm playing with these dudes.
Right.
When I shouldn't have been, because I already was playing with the number one point guard in the country, Calvin Rayford. I'm already playing with top 25, top 50 player in the country, Silas Mills. I played against them dudes.
Yeah.
Like, and then seeing, Keith Stew and Mark Mitchell, like Brian BG, I'm like,
it's regular, man.
That's how I should have felt. But I think I was just kind of, in shock.
The stage different though.
The stage was. And I played all right. I wish I would have played better because I think it would have helped my stock grow a lot more. And then, so it started. My recruiting started then. The letters started to come. And I used to keep my letters too.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Same
I used to show them off, man. I had shoe boxes full of letters. And I ain't talking about just the regular Nike boxes. I had boxes like it was boxes like
moving
this
boxes.
big with letters in it. I saved that stuff. That was bragging rights to me. I was getting recruited by Big Ten schools. I was getting recruited by Big 12 schools, Big East schools. I was getting recruited ACC schools, but the ACC, I never got recruited by like a Duke, North Carolina, none of that stuff. When I got recruited by SEC, I never got recruited by Kentucky.
Right.
But I had some really good schools, and then, I could never nail down the test.
Yeah.
So that's what really killed me. I remember Rick Majerus pulling up in Westline housing projects. This wasn't even, nobody ever had that. Rick Majerus was the dude.
He was at Utah.
He was at the University of Utah at the time. He pulled up. I remember in the Lincoln Town Car, he had on the green Jabos with the cowboy boots. Rick came up into Westline.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in my living room, and he recruited me hard, and he wanted me to sign. And I didn't want to sit out, man. I just didn't want to sit out. I felt if I'd have sat out, I'd have lost a lot. I'd have lost my confidence because I'm not playing and all that. So I didn't want to sit out. I said, I'm going to JUCO. I'm going to play, and I'm going to tear JUCO up, and I'm going to still have the same schools recruit me. So
who was it? Did you have anybody helping you go through some of that stuff, or was it just all like what you wanted?
Really, to be honest, man, I didn't have like a handler.
Okay.
I had Bob at the center who would talk to me about stuff. I know I could call Rick Cobb and ask Rick Cobb, my AAU coaches, anything.
Yeah.
But outside of them, I ain't had nobody I could really lean on and talk to about about how it would go. I should have, because I know I could have reached out to Jamal and Turntine and but at the time you ain't thinking like that, man. Them dudes off doing their thing. They trying to make their bones, So I was all like, I was just trying to figure it out on my own, man.
I get you.
Then at the time I got stuck. I had 2 kids when I was a junior in high school. So I'm trying to figure out managing being a dad.
Grown man decisions now.
And do I go to school? Do I take care of my kids? Like what's up? What do you do?
Man, we got to stop there, man. So in terms of just becoming a dad, man, was it ever feeling like, man, this hooping is cool, but I got to get a job. What was going through?
I was to me, man, so immature.
Yeah.
And when I see these young boys out here that's having kids and stuff like that, I see myself in them. The fatherhood scare you.
Yeah.
And it was like I had a sense of responsibility, but it was at the time too, you said I'm trying to go pro.
Right.
I'm trying to go pro. So you dealing with these demons, do I pursue this? Do I say forget my career and take care? So you battling that stuff, man. And I love my babies to death, man. I do. And even when I made the decision to go to college, in my mind was I'm going to college so I can have a better life for them, because I knew at the time I didn't have nothing to give them.
And so You pick Shasta, you know, you got grown man situations at home, but you still make that decision. Man, I'm going to go to college, man. So you picked them. We at Shasta's freshman year now, man. Give me the rundown.
It's work time.
Yeah.
It's work time. I ain't coming out here to play no games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't pulling no punches. I'm coming to put in nothing but work. Mm-hmm. And I stayed in the gym. I did very little partying. When I hung out, I hung out.
Yeah.
But like I was there to put in work. Mm-hmm. I was there to put in the work. My freshman year, I broke the school record, broke the state record of scoring points and 3-pointers in the game. I had 57 points as a freshman. I had 10 threes in the game.
Oh, was this the same game?
It's all the same game. We was playing Lansing Community College. They was ranked 13th in the country, 13th in the state at the time. And I remember we was going against John, who was pegged to be one of the top guards in the country at the time. And he was like a 6'3" guard, stocky, whatever. But I've been through this. I've seen this before.
I wasn't trying to hear none of that.
I wasn't hearing none of it. I used just all I saw was you meet.
Yeah, let me ask you, Fred. So when you had that big game, at what point did you know, like, okay, it's on tonight?
I see in junior college back then, we played Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Yeah.
So the game before that, I'm on a team with Daryl Greer.
Okay.
D Ham. And Daryl, we played Feather River the night before, and we had respectively 34 and 35 points. But Daryl got hurt.
Okay.
So at that point, it's like, what do we do? Our best player just went down. So somebody got to step it up.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking in my mind, it's going to be me. I'm thinking Damian Adams.
Yeah.
And rest in heaven, Damian Adams. He went to Tulsa West. But I'm thinking it's going to be Damian Adams who step up because he was really the next best player on the team. And it didn't even turn out like that. I got in the game, and see, the thing about Lansing Gym, it's a tight gym. And it's warm in there, and it's a shooter's rim.
Oh, okay.
And like, man,
once
I hit a couple, man, that's how it just kept on going, man. Kept on going. I think I had like 34 in the first half. And I was just cooking.
Man, how was they cut? Did they like switch up the defense? They
They
to
was
double
running
team
everything at me, man. Running
boxing
everything. It just didn't matter because like when you get in the zone, ain't nothing nobody could do about it.
The rim, the ocean.
Ain't nothing nobody could do it when you get in that zone.
Yeah.
And it was one of them nights. And I was just coming off scoring 34, you know, against Feather River. So I was already feeling it. And I think where I got the confidence at is because we played in the Reno tournament.
Okay.
And I made the all-tournament team. So as a freshman coming out, like,
that's big
I made
time.
all-tournament? Like, oh, let's do this. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And plus, like, you hear so many, like, California, and we get no respect. Like, dude, they used to, like, Milwaukee, ain't nobody, you know?
Right.
I'm going to show you.
Right.
That's all I was on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to make a name out here. And I'm just shredding everybody on the list. It was a Dominique Young. It was between me and him who was gonna get the scholarship for Fresno State when Tark was there.
Yeah.
And I destroyed Dominique Young. He played for Chabot in the Reno tournament. That was the tournament I made first team all tournament. And I should have went to Fresno, man, instead of Sac State.
Yeah.
But what messed me up is the same thing that messed me up at Utah. Well, kind of.
They was gonna make you sit?
It wasn't gonna sit. It was for Fresno, it was about who was there.
Okay.
But at Utah, I wanted to go there to play with Daryl and Silas, but I didn't want to sit. But going to Fresno, they had Rayford Austin and Chris Herron there.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, dude, I'm coming out of JUCO, one of the top JUCO players. I'm not going to play behind Ray.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get on the floor.
Right.
But I wouldn't have mind battling him.
Right.
Because I already know I ain't backing down from nobody.
Oh, yeah.
But I know, Tark, this your boy. You brought, you know. And I was just all like, nah, I'll pass on that scholarship.
Ain't no ball, man, especially with Chris Herron there, too.
But I should have went because as I look at Dominique Young, he played. I settled in at Sac State. And the reason why I selected Sac State, Don Newman came in. And Don Newman, he coached for the Celtics. He played for the Celtics, and Michael Blunt was our assistant who played for the Lakers. But then Don Newman later, once he left Sac State, Don Newman was the coach of San Antonio, assistant coach, and then he came here and was the assistant coach for the Bucks. And this was after I had left Sac State, but at the time he was the head coach. And Don came when he was recruiting me. He told me, "I'm giving you the keys." And when I went down on the visit, Sac State got their own little gym, but it wasn't really no gym. They played their games at Arco Arena, where the Kings played at, which now they call it Golden One. But we played our games at Arco Arena. I remember on my visit, I had a chance to work out with Al Biacani, who was a big time trainer over at for the Kings. We was working out with Lionel Simmons, Mitch Richmond, and them.
Oh yeah, shout out.
So
man.
At that point, I'm like, I made the right choice.
Man, what Mitch Richmond like, man?
Man, Mitch told me one thing, and I'll never forget it. He gave me 5 tips of shooting. At the time, I thought it was the greatest thing I ever heard. But now thinking about it, I'm like, everybody say this, you know. But he always, because you know, I was working on shooting because I can pass and I could break people down, drop dimes, and you know, or pearl on you and all that. But I was learning to shoot, and I was used to see him work out a lot and shoot. And he used to always just give me the 5 tips of shooting. He always say balance, hand placement, eye contact, follow through, alignment, follow through, stuff like that. So. I always kept that with me because Mitch always told me that. And and then the other thing that convinced me to go to Sac State too, I saw their non-conference schedule because they was in the America West Conference. So when I saw their non-conference schedule, we had Tulane, which had Gerald Honeycutt at the time, one of the top players in the country. We had Minnesota, Vashawn Leonard. You know, you see his career in the NBA. We had Georgetown, Allen Iverson.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying? So we got all these games with these top dudes. We had Grambling, Kenny Sykes. He was the leading scorer in the country at the time. So I'm like, hold up, man. They schedule like this?
Just to move.
Oh, I'm going here. Like, I can get off here. And I was definitely counting the Iverson games. I was all like, if I can get off against him, I'm handing right myself. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up going through a car accident. And
out there, you came home and it was
it was out there. I stayed out there over the summer because I was going to summer school. And we went to hang out in Butte, Chico State, you know, where Aaron Rodgers from. So we hanging out there because Jason Smith went to school there. Jay Smith from here went to Juneau. Jay Smith, he got this track and field high jump record. I think he jumped 7 feet or something like that. Some amazing stuff he did.
Crazy.
But he was going to Butte College out there. And we was going to hang out at Butte because my guy Marlon Parker, we had a good relationship when we played. Me and Marlon, he from Louisiana. Me and him was real cool. So I'm at Sac State, but we drive back to Butte, which is about 45 minutes, an hour. You know, hour, maybe hour and a half from Sacramento, from where we was at Sac State. And man, we had no business trying to drive back that night. It was foggy. Anybody know back then on International State I-5, ain't no lights. It's just your headlights. And we messed up. Like, we driving back, my guy Stu, I was in the passenger seat. And we go head up with this guy, older white guy. He had no business driving either, but he wasn't under the influence. He was just an older guy. He drifted over into our lane, and we ended up going head up with him, and then we ended up getting smacked from behind by a semi.
So y'all lucky to be alive.
Yeah, man. It was Stu was more messed up than me. He had a flight for life. His neck was done, but it threw me through the windshield. But the only thing that saved me from getting really messed up, I had the seat laid all the way back, and then the seatbelt was on. So when I got hit, I came up and I went through the windshield. So half of my body hanging out of the windshield. And they rushed us to the hospital, all that. I remember they cutting my Carl Kanai suit off of me, all that. You know the Carl Kanai suits back then. Like I had to stay fresh, man. And I was paralyzed for a few months, man. And I really didn't think I was gonna make it. And a lot of nights crying, man, just like, cause I knew my career was over. I knew it was over. I said, I'm done. Like, my body ain't gonna be the same.
Yeah.
So I made a decision because my mom didn't fly.
Yeah.
She was scared of flying, you know, and then, you know, you like, man, you 2.5 days driving to California.
Oh, yeah, easy, yeah.
And my mom, through all that stuff, man, my family didn't get to come see me. I'm going through all that rehabbing and all that stuff by myself. And a lot of crying and just doubting, questioning, and I made a decision, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And when I said I was going home, I gave up basketball. I was done. I was just going to get a job, do whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember Ewell Clinton. Ewell Clinton had left, was it either he was at Masabi or I forgot where he was at, but he just went to North Dakota State.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a point guard. And I remember Ewell coming to get me, man, like, nah, man, you coming to play here at North Dakota State. And I'm like, dude, I can't do nothing, man.
Yeah.
I'm done. I messed up.
Yeah.
Crying.
Yeah.
Like, man, I wish I could, but it's over with.
Yeah.
And Ewell, I love him to this day. That's why, like my brother, I've been knowing Ewell since I've been 11 years old, 12 years old. Been strong with me. Ewell gave me the confidence, man.
Yeah.
Ewell got me back up, getting my confidence back up. He was rolling with me, got me out to North Dakota State, man. Yeah. And that's the only reason I ended up going to North Dakota State, because of Ewell Clinton.
That's crazy. He got you the offer there and everything.
Yeah, he called the coach.
That's love.
And the coach took a gamble on me. Tom Billiter. He had an Imperial State right now. He won a state championship. An NCAA championship with who was he with? I forgot, D2 school.
Yeah.
But he won the Division II championship, but now he at Imperial State. But he was our coach, Tom Billiter.
Yeah.
He was assistant coach under Lou Olson at Arizona. And he gave me a shot. Like, I guess you had a good game and talk highly on me, man.
That's big time, man. The fact that your guy look out for you, and shout out to Quevin too. But your guy look out for you, man, put you back in the game, and mentally, how was you able to get yourself back right? Because you a killer, man. You know what I'm saying? You got that dog in you, but then to lose that, you just
reminded me.
Yeah.
Reminded me of who I was.
Yeah.
What we did, because Ewell played Warning with us.
Yeah.
We didn't go to high school, which he should have been at Hamilton because he went to Bell. So he ended up skipping to Hamilton, which you right across the street from us.
Right.
And you end up going to Washington. But we stayed together. We played AAU together for Rick Cobb.
Yeah.
So you have been with me through the whole trip.
Yeah.
And you will always stay positive with me. And then I have my guys who I grew up with, Deshaun Ezell, Pete Kennedy, Kenny Brown, Dre Howe. Like, you know, these guys always stay positive. My guy, rest in heaven, Derek Carter, D Smooth. These dudes stay positive. Bob Ricardo.
Yeah.
Like my Westline guys that I grew up with, they always reminded me like of who I was.
You become a Bison, man. You get there. Did you want to play a certain role? How did you get your confidence back into, like, I'm that guy I can score the ball, I'm this, I'm that?
I didn't know what to expect going into North Dakota State. I didn't know what to expect. I was willing to accept whatever role they gave me because I was just back playing. Right. You were feeding it in my ear. Like, and then we linked up with a guy from California, Marcel Johnson, rest in heaven, Marcel Johnson, beast man. He was like, nah, man, it's us. It's us three. You know, so I stayed in the gym, man. I was like, being honest, man, I was 315, squatting, man, 315, bench pressing and sets like 245. Like, I was putting in the work. Like, man, I'm running miles. I ain't playing around with it.
How long did it take you to bounce back completely from the accident?
Man,
mentally and physically.
The mental part was longer.
Yeah.
The mental part was longer.
That makes
sense.
The
physical part, maybe a year.
Okay.
And I still, even to this day, I still have some issues with it.
Yeah.
Especially like with this damp outside, arthritis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why I got this big cut across my head right here. Yeah. I had over, 50-something stitches. I was wide open.
Did you break anything during that?
Man, my shoulder was messed up. I was paralyzed for couple of months, my shoulder. But yeah, it was a, you know, it was a messed up, man. That was a messed up time. And even when I think about Stu, because Stu he's so messed up.
Yeah.
They had screws in his, one of them halos,
Yeah.
screws in neck. Like, I was like, that was a mad, because the semi, it wasn't the head up that killed us.
Yeah.
It was the semi that smacked us,
yeah.
that did the job on us.
Yeah.
But it took me a while, man. I say about a year. It's funny, it come full circle. Look where I ended up graduating from, North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm laughing at him in high school.
Yeah.
Like, please, I wouldn't get him the time of day.
Right.
And that's God. God's funny how he work in mysterious ways. He like, I'm gonna show you.
Right.
You gonna graduate from there. You laughing about them? Let me show you what they got for you.
Yeah.
And it took me about a year to get it together.
Yeah.
I remember I was in Westline on the, you know, they got the where you could take the clothespin line, and I'm hanging over the thing, and I'm just pouring out crying, dog, because I'm like, my career over with.
Yeah.
And thank God for you.
Yeah.
He put the battery in my back, made me go back to school.
Yeah.
And had a good career up there. Had a good career.
Man, give me some highlights, man. What's some times you remember, man, being there?
I had some buzzer beaters. I had some buzzer beaters against our rival, North Dakota.
Yeah.
I think it was against South Dakota State, or I think it was South Dakota State. Had good games against Joe Hebert, who went to Custer. He played, I think he went later with Iowa State.
Okay.
Had some good games against Joe Hebert, but I used to put in work against Joe when we was playing at AAU. Yeah. So that wasn't nothing new to me. I think Morningside some years. Like, I had some 20-point games, some big rebounding games, like 13, 14 rebounds, maybe like 12, 13 assists.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest game was when we played North Dakota at North Dakota. That was my biggest breakout game, like against our rival. Okay. And I ate them alive. And I remember that game because like this was when the Jordan, the plastic with the 11s is the 11s. The all white with the sky blue on there. Yeah. Them just came out. We went to Shields, to the mall, and bought them and wore them in the game and had a good game against North Dakota.
I was gonna ask you, man, because like the pictures you sent me, you was fresh. The shoe game was on point. Man.
I stayed.
How important was it, man? You gotta look. Was it?
Listen, they did an article on me. I had 2 articles done on me. One when I was in Shasta, in California. One at North Dakota State because my shoe game was sick. Yeah. You come in my room, nothing but shoes, man. That's what I spent my money on. Nothing but shoes, man. I had a fresh pair of shoes almost.
Man, what was the best kicks to hoop in, bro?
For me, the Jordans, and I hate to say that because I'm a LeBron fan, but back then when we was growing up, LeBron wasn't heard of. So Jordans was the stylish shoe. They was very light, fashionable. So I wore the Jordans, and then I wore the Zooms, the Jason Kidds.
Yeah.
I wore the Zooms, the Jason Kidds, pennies.
Oh yeah.
I was mostly Jordans though. If you look at the pictures, like most of my pictures, I was in Jordans.
Yeah, I tried to put the 11 one on your thumbnail, bro. I think I seen that one. Like, hold up.
Yeah, and people they give me stuff for that, man, because they see the pictures. They see me in Jordans, and you a Jordan, you wearing Jordans, but you say you love LeBron. Yeah, man, LeBron wasn't even thought of when I was playing in college.
Like 10, maybe not even. So man, you wrap up your career at North Dakota State, and now is it? Man, I gotta go pro. I gotta get a job. Like, what's the plan for you, man? When you wrapping up your career?
That was the plan because I just made the All-Star game in the North Central Conference, the NCC. I played in the All-Star game, so I was like, I made another All-Star game because I made the All-Star game in junior college. And that's where Tark really started liking me because he coached against us in the All-Star game in California. So I'm all like, I hit another All-Star game. Yeah. So I'm all like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. I'm trying to get in somebody camp. Yeah. You know, I'm getting in somebody camp. So I'm at this point when I left school, I'm trying to get in. I went to the San Antonio, Charlotte, the Sixers, Tampa Bay Windjammers, Grand Rapids Hoops, and my cousin was even traveling with me.
Okay.
With some of this stuff.
Yeah. Did you have an agent at the time, or you was just doing it all?
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, this was I was with Golden Gate Sports.
Okay.
And this was crazy because Master P ended up buying out Golden Gate Sports. And I was with Golden Gate Sports, and that Don Newman hooked me up with my agent.
Yeah.
And he got me some looks.
Yeah.
But it was like, just to be honest, man, like I kind of knew it was gonna be over.
Yeah.
And it's hard to accept.
Yeah.
It's hard to accept. But I think where I made reason with myself, I blamed it on the car accident.
Yeah.
I said, if I wouldn't have had that car accident, I know I made it.
Yeah.
But I guess that was my easy way out.
Right.
Saying like, okay, I got a college degree. Let's fall back on this.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you had a great career.
Yeah.
Let's not complain about nothing. If it was meant to be, it was gonna happen.
Yeah. For
you
sure.
know, so
For sure.
to me, I lived the NBA career. Like
Yeah.
how alumni treated me and the perks I got, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, people know I had 2 apartments. I had Cadillacs,
Yeah.
all that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to go into all that because I don't want to be dropping nothing. But
No,
I got taken care of really well
yeah.
in college. So
Yeah.
like I live good, man. We could walk in the mall. I can go get stuff and walk
Yeah.
right out. Don't have to pay nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I can go get a steak meal. I ain't got to pay nothing.
Yeah.
You know, we was good in college.
Mm-hmm.
I had two apartments. My mom and them, when they came up, stayed in one.
Oh, that's
and
love.
my guys stayed in another one. Like,
Yeah.
we was good.
Yeah.
You know, so I got a caddy riding around the campus, bumping my tens.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I had other type of cars too, like, but I had a good life.
Yeah.
I had a good life.
So
I can't complain about it.
That's what's up, man. You enjoyed your time there, man. You got to accomplish your dream of playing college ball. Now, bro, we at the stage where it's a grown man time now. You finished your degree. Now, was it something you wanted to go into in terms of work? Did you have a plan set up, or it's like, man, whatever come my way?
Well, the good thing that happened for me is like when I came home,
Yeah.
I got hired at Silver Spring Neighborhood Center.
Full circle.
They allowed me to try out for teams. Jim Bartos, I love him.
Yeah.
He's an amazing mentor of mine. Jim Bartos said, hey, man, I got your back. Bob Ricardo had my back. Go try out and do this.
Yeah.
You know, when you ain't come back, we got a job for you. So that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And when I came home at the last time, I was like, I'm done. I ain't going no more.
Right.
So I was talking to Bob, and Bob was, because I had my title was the sports and activity specialist.
Okay.
I was a gym teacher during the day.
Yeah.
And then I was the sports and activity specialist when school was over, because they had an alternative school.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. They had the school there.
They had an alternative school down there. That's where I met Anthony McHenry.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Mac was a teacher down in the alternative school, and then I was the gym teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was the sports and activity specialist after school, working at the gym. And I just said at this point, I'm like, man, I'm starting the AAU team. So I started the Spartans.
Oh man, okay.
I was the one who started the Spartans.
Okay.
At Silver Spring, because Bob never got an AAU team. He never got a warning team.
Yeah.
He only did AFY.
Okay.
And then I remember he used to always take us to Racine, and then he always take us to play New York.
Yeah.
But he never had a warning team or never had his AAU.
Yeah.
So I said, nah, I'm the sports and activity specialist. We getting the AAU team.
What year was this? What year did you start the Spartans?
This was 98, 99. I started the AAU program, the Spartans.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, I was looking to get something bigger.
Yeah.
So Bob told me, hey, man, you got kids. You want great pension, great insurance, this and that. Go work in MPS.
Yeah.
So it made sense to me.
Light bulb.
I trust Bob because I was like, I ain't gonna get this at Silver Spring.
Yeah.
So I went and got hired at MPS.
Okay.
And then that's when Matt crawled the ranks in at Silver Spring. He became I think the vice executive director, and then he became the executive director, replacing Jim Bartos. And then Mac ended up taking over the Spartans.
Okay.
But I went to high school after that. I went to Vincent.
Shout out. Yeah.
I was coaching at Vincent, and this was crazy, man. Like, it's just funny how life worked. I wanted to work with boys.
Yeah.
I couldn't get in nowhere with boys. I had no reputation knowing this coaching, no nothing. Nobody didn't know me as a coach. And I was trying to get on with Vincent Boys. At the Vincent Boys was the
Who was there at the time when?
This was Boo Wade,
Okay,
Greg Brown, and I thought
Shout out
Greg
to
Brown
GB,
was the
man.
baddest boy.
Yeah.
I love Greg Brown.
That's big
man.
bro, man.
He just don't know how much I love him. And I remember when I first got there, I'm talking stuff because I can play.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing about him and Boo.
Yeah.
And I used to go to him and talk that stuff to him. Let's play at lunch.
Yeah.
Let's play on my lunch break. So I was bringing my stuff to lace him up against them. And Boo never played me, but Greg was the only one that had the guts to play me.
Yeah.
And I used to beat him.
Yeah.
And but I had so much respect for him because I couldn't beat him easy.
Yeah.
That was what made me respect Greg.
How old was he at this time? Was it
Greg
freshman
was
year?
a senior. He was a senior in high school. But at that point, like, cause I had traveled and seen some of the best at that point.
Grown man.
I'm like, dude, gonna be a pro.
Yeah.
That's all I'm like. And he reminded me of Darryl Wright.
Yeah.
So much of Greg Brown game reminded me of Darryl Wright. This the type of dude, you look at him playing the game, you would swear up and down he got 13 points. And then at the end of the game, he got 32.
Yeah. Everybody said that about GB.
He just made scoring look so easy.
Yeah.
So easy, man.
Yeah.
And I just loved his great game. He was so silky smooth and calm and just fearless, just a killer, a dog out there.
Yeah.
I just loved his game. I fell in love with Greg Brown game, man.
I'm gonna say this, and Greg GB didn't agree with me, bruh. If he got somebody like you on that staff, just not even just on a basketball tip, but just on a big homie tip, stuff could have probably.
I think
a little bit.
See, Greg life was a lot like ours. Man.
Yeah,
like we was battling demons between really wanting to play ball.
Yeah,
that God blessed us with a gift.
Yeah, and then outside,
and our loyalty. We had loyalty to the streets.
Yeah,
like that's what messes up a lot of the great players. Like trying to balance that, and you can't balance it. You have to make a choice.
Yeah,
which one are you gonna go with?
Yeah,
and because we didn't pick basketball. We love basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But not enough to give up. And not even the hustling part. It's like some of that at the streets is the girls too.
Yeah.
That's
part of it. Yeah, that's part of it.
So and then our loyalty to our crew.
Yeah.
So I think if Greg would have had, and he probably did at the time, he probably wasn't listening to him, but if he'd have had a solid mentor, that would have guided him through.
Yeah, Greg
should have been a pro.
It's
hands down.
Everybody say that.
Greg was a pro.
Yeah,
and Boo was a pro too to me.
Yeah,
especially he proved it at Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
After his freshman year, them dudes should have. But we fighting them demons.
Yeah, that's the greatest. That's the greatest backcourt ever. No, we're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna put a pin in that. I'm gonna let you hold on to that. We're gonna keep moving.
I do have an opinion about it. That's tough. That's tough. They right up there. They right up there, man. Greatest, because I've seen, you gotta think I'm 52.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of great backcourt, they right up there, dude.
Yeah.
They right up there. Because you could say BG and Mark Mitchell too.
Yeah.
Like, that's a amazing backcourt. Calvin Rayford and Jamal Turntine.
Mm-hmm.
Great backcourt. You had Donnie Brown and Beekman.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great backcourt.
Yeah.
Like, it's some great backcourts, man. Like, you had Jamal Turntine, Daddy, Shimmy Turntine, and Freddie Brown. Mm-hmm. And these guys were before me, but I know the history.
Yeah.
Like, it's some guys, like, but they up there.
Yeah.
They up there.
I think getting that, you know what I'm saying, that they gonna be proud to hear that, man. With GB, I'm clipping this up just for you. But you break your way you at Vincent, you know what I'm saying, you doing your thing there, and you with the girl side. So where we going from there?
Chris Griffin got an aneurysm. And it was either between Kelly Connors or myself who was supposed to get that head coaching job for the girls. Neither one of us was fortunate enough to get the job. Marcus Hines landed the job.
Yeah.
That we ended up leaving Vincent in the hole, even as teachers. We left Vincent. We ended up going over to African American Emergence. Well, at the time before African American Emergence, it was called Malcolm X.
Oh, yeah.
We went over to Malcolm X. Kelly took the girls' job. I was her assistant.
Okay.
Kelly left and moved down to Texas, and I took the girls' job.
Okay.
He was in North Division, so at that point, Keith Stewart was the head coach of the boys at North Division. I was eager to just break in boys.
Yeah.
And Stu offered me a job. That's big bro.
Yeah.
I love Stu to death. Stu, I remember when I was young, he came home from Marquette, from Purdue and all them. He came to Marquette. Stu was having me down at Marquette and having me practicing all that. Stu, he just took me under his wing. So I love big bro.
Yeah.
And Stu brought me on as his assistant coach with Buck. Buck, Lonzo Miller, and Stu. We was all like the coaches for North. Yeah, we coached them, and I only coached 1 year because the next year or that summer, Diener ended up getting the Hamilton job.
Okay.
And Diener called me that summer, and Diener, see, this is the thing people don't know. Like before that stuff happened, before with Griff, his health.
Yeah.
I tried to get on with the boys with Diener, but Diener kind of felt that I was a nobody. He didn't respect my coaching.
Yeah.
And I was young.
Yeah.
So Chris Griffin, the one who hired me and gave me the chance.
That's love. Yeah.
So once he seen what I did with the girls, Diener asked me to coach his boys team over the summer. Griff didn't like that. Because he kind of felt where it was about to go. Diener was going to pull me away and go to the boys.
Yeah.
And I ended up coaching Q-Bar, Bonnie, Billy Memmis, and Marcus Landry and all them.
My favorite team.
We ended up beating Wes Matthews and them at Marquette for the championship of the summer league. At that point, Diener I got to have you.
Yeah.
So Diener was making his way to pull me over.
Yeah.
I remember this clear as day. Gloria Erkins had to pull Diener and Chris Griffin into her office because they going at it.
Yeah.
Man, cussing each other out, this and that. Griff felt like you didn't give a man a chance.
Yeah.
You just pushing him off. Now you want to steal my coach. And no, this is my coach. And they going back and forth. And I remember Gloria Erkins came to me and was like, I need you to stay with the girls.
Yeah,
this is creating too much of and I don't want them to fall out.
Yeah.
And I felt a sense of loyalty to Chris Griff too.
That's real. I need pinpoint that. I need you to say some good words about Miss Erkins because I had Deontay Tatum on. He spoke highly of her.
That's baby girl. That's
City on. City spoke high. So went for 30 seconds, man. Give Miss Erkins her love one time.
I want to say thank you, Miss Erkins, for giving me an opportunity to even work at Vincent. And I ain't even talking about as a coach.
Yeah.
I'm talking about trusting me to be a teacher, to work with our young African-American kids and be a role model and an influence that they can look up to, and they can take good teachers and try to build off them and create their own to be great men, humanitarians in their communities, in their families, and all that. You're an amazing woman, amazing black woman, a queen who always stood up for the rights for her children, fought for the rights of her children, was fighting for the rights of low-income kids. Like, Miss Erkins, I love you to death.
Yeah.
I love you to death.
She's still around?
She's alive.
Okay.
She's just not working in education no more.
Yeah, because
she paid her time. She paid her dues.
Yeah, because
she left Vincent and went to central office.
Okay. I hit up, I tried to get in contact with her because, like I said, man, Tatum has so many good words to say about her. And City was like, man, I wouldn't have graduated if it wasn't for Miss Erkins. So I'm like, I need her on the show.
That's the kind of woman she was, man.
So any family of hers, man, if y'all could reach out and get in contact with me, please do. But back to you, man. They got a bidding war over you, basically.
Yeah.
Man. So you stay with Griff, man.
I stay with Griff.
Yeah.
And when Griff passed, it was kind of like I went to North.
Yeah.
Diener left. Diener stayed in contact with me. Diener, when I left North, he told me about he didn't say that it was even engraved.
Yeah.
He was telling me it's a possibility. Because he called me. He took me out to eat, laid it all on the table, told me what he expect me to do, asking me if it was cool, what role I want to play.
Yeah.
All that, I respected him because he didn't have to do that. He was a Hall of Fame coach.
Right.
He didn't have to.
Yeah, he could have walked away.
But he respected and know what I was doing because he seen it. He's like, if he doing that with girls, imagine what he could do with boys.
Right.
And then especially when he took the boys and won the summer with it, like and like he gave me freedom too. Total autonomy to do what I wanted to do. Like he let me call my plays. I was practicing with them. We running our own plays, and he see the success.
Yeah.
We playing hard like he want us to do, and he'd give me pointers on the side,
Yeah.
like stuff he wanted me to do to get them ready. He'd tell me a lot of times like, kind of like let's go through Marcus.
Yeah.
But to me, I felt like we didn't need to go through Javon.
Yeah.
Like Javon Campbell was a beast back then.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was Willathon was an X factor. He always had a mismatch.
Yeah.
So I used to always tell Will, like, you're gonna have a mismatch every game. We gotta take advantage of that. And then Coach Billy on being the point guard.
Yeah.
Q Bar was like the enforcer, like
big
Q
bro,
doing.
man. Yeah.
Q was like him and Will, like they was vital
Yeah.
to the success of Vincent because they did all the stuff that
And on the stat sheet,
and that Marcus wasn't gonna do either, even though Marcus was the man.
Yeah.
Like Dina used to call Marcus Jordan back then.
I get it.
And Marcus was a bad boy, man. And you see what his career showed him. He was a bad boy, and I respected Marcus. I knew what he was. I coached him.
Yeah.
But with every superstar, you got to have some complementary pieces, and Willathon, Javon, Q Bar was complementary pieces. And then you had a quality point guard in Billy.
Yeah.
And the key thing was getting Billy to accept his role and not look to score as much. Because Billy was a scoring guard. He wanted to score.
Yeah.
And I used to have to tell him, I used to always tell him the Calvin Rafer story.
Yeah.
Like, Cal was a McDonald's All-American. He averaged 13 points. Number one point guard in the country. He didn't have to score 20 or 30.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times with Billy thinking he had to score, Marcus wouldn't get touches.
Yeah.
Javon wouldn't get touches.
Yeah.
And then not to mention, like, we had another man coming off the bench, Marquise Chambers. Like, I don't even want to get to going. That team should have won a couple of state championships, man.
Yeah.
Like, they got the state. Yeah, they lost, I think, to Oshkosh West or something like that.
And that Memorial
to
the year.
And then Memorial. But they, man, listen, they was tough.
Yeah.
They was tough, man.
Yeah.
I love them dudes.
Yeah.
So, Diener, we talked, and I definitely took my chances. I said, I got a great opportunity to learn from a Hall of Fame coach. And everybody think he an asshole and this and that. No, Diener, like, he tell me, he say I'm his little brother.
Yeah.
And I say he my big brother, but Diener, I learned so much as a coach from him.
Yeah.
Like, I learned from Keith Stew, I learned from Griff, I learned from Diener, but I also learned from my high school coach. I learned from Mark Wade. I learned from Daryl Banks. I learned from Vic Barnett because I played for Vic and them for Warning. So I learned from so many coaches, Bob Ricardo, Willie Jackson. I learned from so many coaches, man, growing up, like what to do, how to run a practice, what was important in practice, how to get guys to jail, important guys. I learned so much to all them dudes, man. And what Diener didn't know was when I was working for him at Hamilton, I was creating my own binder. I was creating a binder so when I took over a program, I had my binder in place of how to run a whole program.
Yeah.
I got a binder and I still got it to this day, man. It's over 100 pages. How to run a program. I'm talking about from academic success to tutoring to fundraising to workouts, summer workouts, weightlifting, Man, I got everything in there. How to run a pro. It's over 100 pages, man.
Let me ask you, would you ever turn that into a book?
I could. Really, I could.
Yeah.
Really, I could. And this the thing that they know I'm not playing about this, because every coach that coached for me, they got a copy of it.
That's already a book then.
They got a copy of it because I made sure they understood what my program was about.
Yeah.
And this was crazy, man. Like, I coached with Diener and I had learned so much, and I have been blessed to work with some amazing young men from Hamilton. And I remember our last game when we was upstate with Kevon Looney when he was a freshman.
Yeah.
And we all in the hotel, and we all kind of, mad we lost, and we kind of talking stuff to each other. But I remember Diener pulling me to the side, and he was all like, "It's time. It's time. You ready?" And Diener told me I was ready to get my own program. And I was fighting it. Like, no, I ain't ready.
Yeah.
He was like, "No, you're ready." And I remember I just started looking. And I remember Tanya Adair, who was the principal at African American Emergencies. She ended up taking a job at Washington High School. And this was at the time where Jay Kenseth was trying to determine if he was going to retire or not.
Yeah.
And she brought me in for an interview. I showed her that binder for my program.
That's his history.
And she was all like, "Oh, you my next coach."
Yeah.
Because she knew what I was doing with the girls at Malcolm X. And she was all like, "Oh, you my next coach."
Yeah.
And we was just trying to decide, because this was 2011. We was trying to decide if Kenseth was going to retire or not. So I came in for the 1 year under Kenseth.
Okay, yeah.
And that was with DeAndre Harris and who else was Boo Boo and them. They was the guards back then. And we had a good team. We should have went to state that year. We lost to Carrington Love and them. We should have went to
Shout out
state.
to Pius.
We should have went to state that year.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have lost that game.
Win some, you lose some, man.
And Carrington had a good game. And Fitzgerald had a good game too. They had a good game,
man.
but we should have beat them. But Kenseth ended up retiring. And I ended up taking over the job.
Okay, I gotta pause you there, man. You done assisted under these coaches, man. You done learned, you done built your own, manual. Now you got the keys, bro. You got your own program. It's time, brother. Now you ahead of Washington basketball, man. What's the feeling?
Nervous.
Yeah.
I inherited a program that had rich tradition, tremendous legacy.
Yeah.
I had big shoes to fill coming behind Kenseth, coming behind Jay, and coming behind James Gordon. I knew about Clyde Russ. And I knew the players, and I knew how Washington players love Washington. And I knew I had big shoes to fill, and I did not want to bomb. I didn't want to be the laughing stock, but I knew it was a great opportunity. And the thing, like I said, I've been preparing for the moment because I had my binder. So all I did was follow my binder. Only thing I had to do was I was trying to find players. And we had a cornerstone player in Jamar McKay.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Jamar McKay was, and I was coaching him at AAU for the Spartans, so I already knew what he was about. I hate that I lost PJ to Riverside.
Shout out.
I hate that I lost
to have
Nick,
him on the show.
that I lost Nick to Marshall. Mayfield and them left. Went down to Texas. So you talking about the guys that I coach AAU, these guys was at Washington. I knew I was going to win state if I had them because we was kicking butt at AAU. So I was all like, I lost all them. I'm trying to talk to their family to get them to come back to Washington, but whatever had happened there that made their family say they were done. The only piece that I had was Jamar McKay, so I had to build around that.
That's a good piece.
Excellent piece. Player of the Year piece. Jamar was Player of the Year in the city conference. But see, the thing with Jamar was he was a coachable kid. First of all, we had a great relationship. Great, like, I don't want to say father-son, but it kind of felt like that. We had so much trust within each other. Like, I knew he'd run through 10 brick walls for me. and he know I would do whatever to make sure he was successful. So I was trying to, I'm looking at how do we do this to make sure he have an amazing senior year. We ended up getting Marvin Wynn, transfer from Wisconsin Lutheran.
Okay.
So that was our point guard. We had him, J.J. Hutnell. So I knew my backcourt was good. We had Jamar. Then we got Justice Harris. He transferred in. So I knew like Jamar and Justice, we good right there.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking like, do we got a big? And we didn't really have a big. So like we had we call him Black Jesus, Darvell. Darvell was Black. We call him Black Jesus. He was our center.
Yeah.
But he was still young.
Yeah.
He wasn't fully in the phase of where he could, but we knew he was good enough to at least try to hold it down for us. So we ended up winning the city that year. We were city conference champs. We won the championship at Vincent. We beat Deontay Burton and them.
Shout out to them.
Jamar ended up stripping Burton and going down and getting fouled with 1 or 2 seconds left. Jamar make the free throws. The rest is history.
Yeah.
We had Nate Hubbard.
Oh yeah.
We had Nate Hubbard Cole that year.
Yeah.
And that's nephew. I love Nate to death. Listen, I remember Nate used to talk so much stuff. Oh man, because Nate was putting up like 40 over at Bayview, 30 and 40. He was talking that stuff, and I was like, Nate, I don't care nothing about none of that, man. You ain't doing it for me, So then Nate was all like, I'm transferring to Washington.
Yeah.
I knew I got Nate. And then I knew my young gunners coming up. I had Demetrius Tillman, Elliot Stokes and them. Like, I'm like Davion and them. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna be good.
Yeah.
We're gonna be good in some years. So we ended up winning it 2012, 13. And then we lost, I think, in the playoffs to Wisconsin Lutheran.
Okay.
We lost to Wisconsin Lutheran. And then we didn't have a good year 2013, 14. I think we maybe went 500 or we might have been below 500. But then after that, Tijon Lucas came.
Yeah, speak on him one time.
We got Lukey Dookie, no, Smokey Robinson. Hey, Tijon, no. Listen, I ain't gonna even go because I can argue about him, about how he was the baddest. And I got games to back it up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you one in a minute. But we ended up getting Tijon Lucas to go with Demetrius Tillman and Nate Hubbard. Nate Hubbard was All-State that year. I think it was like second or third team All-State, something like that. Nate made All-State. Nate was a bad boy. But we did pretty good that year. We beat Riverside at the buzzer. Tijon go coast to coast. Get a layup. We had a good season that year, but we lost again in the playoffs. So now Michi and them graduated, Nate and them graduated, and now we got Tijon at the helm. It's Tijon's senior year. And what was it, 2016, 15, 16? I think it was 15, 16 or 16, 17. One of the two. Tijon was a senior. We knew we was in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
We knew we was the baddest team. Could nobody mess with us. And we had the perfect point guard, spirit, head, and everything. Like we had everything in place. And DT was a freshman. Deontay Long was a freshman.
We'll talk about him later.
We had Jalen Stevens Holmes. We had Tyree Ellis that transferred from Rufus King. No. I'm jumping ahead a year. This Tijon senior year because they didn't play. They had to sit out because they transferred over, so they had to sit out. But Tijon senior year, we had Nikhil, Shannon, Daniel. I forgot who all else was on that team. But we ended up going to Chicago. We played Chicago Simeon. Simeon ranked in the nation that year.
Yeah.
They had what's my man went to Gonzaga, and then he ended up going to the Lakers. and they had another. Their whole team was all Division I dudes.
Yeah.
They was kicking our tail. When I say they whooping on us like nobody's business.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what happened. Somebody woke that dude Tejon Lucas up.
Yeah.
Tejon Lucas brought us all the way back from losing by 20-some points to we end up losing the game by 2 points. And they lucky we ran out of time.
Right.
Because Tejon turned that game around. I ain't never seen a coach burn 4-5 timeouts in a row. I mean, he burning them timeout, timeout.
Yeah.
Like Tejon is killing them, man. Just killing them dudes. And that's when I said, oh, yeah, dude and arrived.
Yeah.
Tejon, yeah, because Simeon wasn't no joke. You know, they was legit. We knew we was going to go to state at that year, especially when we just lost to Simeon by 2.
Yeah.
We go down and play in the Champaign against another team. We just picking up these games because we want Illinois to see Tejon.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That makes sense.
And we go to Champaign and play, and we play this team, and they were so dirty. Dude, I ain't never, as a coach, ever want to come out of the bench and almost lose it to fight a kid, a player. But that game, when that kid did that dirty, blatant move to Tejon and cost Tejon the rest of his senior year, and he broke his foot, I almost lost it as a coach.
Yeah.
Like, I came off that bench, and luckily my coaches and players grabbed me because I was going after that kid.
Yeah.
Like, I was that furious. Like, it was Tejon that ripped the man. He on the break by himself.
Yeah.
The dude chased him down and don't even make a play on the ball, just shoulder him. And the way I saw Tejon on that ground crying, man, like, I lost it.
Yeah.
I lost it. And I felt like a dad coming to the aid of his son.
Yeah.
Like, I was ready that day to just go ahead, take me to jail and get my bail money together.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to send a message to this dude.
Yeah.
So we ended up losing Tejon. We ended up losing in the playoffs. But it was the arrival of Deontay Long.
Yeah.
We started to figure it out with DT, like, because we lost to Whitefish Bay. And I knew it. I knew we had a player.
Yeah.
I knew we had a player. And the year after that, we ended up going to state. 2017. That was with Tyree Ellis. Tyree Ellis for that transfer from King. Jalen Stephen Holmes. Deontay Long. At that point, like, we was just coming. Washington, they knew we was coming because we got a good crop. We got Ray Blakely. We got Jonte Martin. Jimmy Brown. Like, we got a good team. Like, we knew we was going to be good. And we ended up losing upstate to guess who? Diener.
Oh,
we lost to Cedarburg. And and John.
When his boy was on the team,
John had an amazing game. And it's a background story behind that, because when I coached with Diener at Hamilton, I used to babysit John. I used to babysit him at Diener's house.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I used to watch his kids.
So that's bittersweet right there. Yeah.
So it was the student versus the pupil. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I hated to lose that game. But if I said I'm gonna lose it, I'm losing to a Hall of Fame coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I hated it, but at the same time, I was all like, I'll take it. It was Big Bro.
Right.
I lost against Big Bro. I'll take it. And we lost to that, but we knew what we had coming back for the next couple of years. Yeah. So we all like, oh, we winning it from here on out. Ain't nobody in the state better than us. And the only team that we knew we had to battle against was La Crosse Central. Yeah. Johnny Davis and them. Yeah. So what I used to do, I was a smart coach. They had a summer league. I'm gonna go play in a summer league just so I can learn everything about them. So
y'all was going all the way to
we was going to La Crosse. But they didn't understand why I'm going to La Crosse. I'm playing chess. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'm playing y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna learn everything about every play. I don't even care if we lose the games up there. I'm studying y'all. I'm studying y'all plays. I'm studying when y'all calling these plays, when y'all running y'all defenses. Man, I'm playing chess up there. Yeah. So every time when we played them upstate, we beat them because I was already steps ahead of them. But they senior year, Johnny's senior year, it was a tough one.
Yeah.
Because they came for us. That boy came out for blood.
Yeah.
Like he had a game like they really supposed to win that game. But what ended up happening is I had a little weapon on the bench. Mm-hmm. I had little Keontae Clay come off that bench. He hit 4 straight threes on them. And why did they go to a zone on us? I don't even understand. Because they had the game. They was winning.
Yeah.
They went to the zone on us. Oh, this is a perfect time to put Keontae in. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. And I told him, just find the gap in the zone and don't even have a conscience. Shoot it. That dude came off the bench, bang, 4 straight threes, put us back in the game.
That's big time.
And at that point, we ran him off the court and we won.
Yeah.
So, but we ended up losing to Nicolay.
Yeah.
And it's a story behind that too, because we were supposed to play Nicolay earlier that year. Mm-hmm. Tone Curo was supposed to set up a game where we were supposed to play Nicolay. Mm-hmm. And some stuff went down where we ended up not playing them. It was beyond my control, even though Tony might have felt I had something to do with it. I didn't. I didn't. I was too busy focused on trying to win a state championship.
Right.
I didn't care about the other stuff behind that. Like, I think, like, Tony was trying to work something with Mike and get Mike to play for him over the summer. I didn't care nothing about none of that.
Yeah.
You know, because I wasn't involved, like, in summer stuff at that point.
Yeah.
I wasn't coaching AAU. I wasn't doing none of that. I didn't care nothing about none of that. I was caring about my team.
Yeah.
So, some stuff fell out. Some things were so-called supposed to have been promised to teams that played.
Yeah.
Those things didn't happen. Teams didn't play. But we were supposed to play them during regular season.
Yeah.
We didn't play them, so they ended up playing Success Hamilton and Pat Baldwin.
Yeah.
And we didn't play them, so it was a big thing going throughout the whole year. Mm-hmm. Who was the better team?
Yeah.
By far. Like, if we played them 9 out of 10 times, that'd be the one game they won.
Yeah.
That'd be the one.
Yeah.
Trey White was a freshman, 6'6" point guard. Mike was a sophomore. Mm-hmm. DT, like senior, like Jonte, Jimmy, like, and really Nicolay wasn't even supposed to be there. Because you think about it, Jalen was with Sun Prairie. Mm-hmm. They just went to state that year, Division I. I think the stuff that happened over the summer made people get involved, which it came out later.
Yeah.
You seen it over the news. So ain't nobody lying about it. Came out later where those guys end up coming down.
Yeah.
Those guys don't come down. We have a cakewalk Division II.
Oh, easy.
It's a cakewalk because we already beat La Crosse Central. That was the biggest competition.
Yeah, easy.
You know? And but they had a good team, man. I won't take nothing away from them. Jalen Johnson had an amazing game up there. Jamari had a great game up there. I keep forgetting my man that went to Maryland.
Graham.
Graham.
Yeah.
Had a great game. Kobe was stellar.
Yeah.
Played solid. They had a good team too, man.
Yeah.
It was a clash of great suburban team, great public school team.
I'm gonna say this, I feel like that was the one time I can honestly say the 2 best teams in the state played each other, man. How many times have you seen it where like King and Vincent play each other early? You don't get them in the state championship game.
The only time I seen that besides us was when Washington and King used to play. Dave Edwards and them used to play. Kamar Davis and them, they used to play. Greg Brown and them.
But then it just got, I don't know what happened with the brackets, man. It got all messed up, man. You never see the
well,
two
you get
best
tired
teams.
The WI know what they was doing.
Right.
They got tired of seeing city teams up there. They know where, so they lined us where we knocking each other out.
Right. What's understood.
I mean, we see what it is, man. We got to call it what it is. And it ain't nothing we can do about it, but we got to call it what it is.
Yeah.
You know, they got tired of the city. And really, to be honest, the city was the strongest team, the strongest conference in the state of Wisconsin. I mean, you had you got the Greater Metro, not bad at all. I'm playing in it right now.
Yeah.
The Greater Metro. You got the Fox Association, the Fox Valley, with De Pere and them, and the Oshkosh North and them, Kakana and them. You know, those conferences, they very solid. Ashwaubenon and Green Bay, Notre Dame, all them, those conferences, Kimberly and them, Nina and them. Those are solid conferences, Appleton and them. Those are solid conferences. But hands down, the city was the best.
Oh, yeah.
The city was the best. You had the Woodland, but the city was the best.
Yeah.
Everything went through the city.
Yeah, that's fact.
And they made sure that didn't happen no more.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. So then we got to talk about this. So, like, I think it shocked the whole city. You having a success at Washington, man. You got a program established. Then you no longer there, man. So I need what you could say, your take.
I think this is going to be a bunch of speculation that people have about why I wasn't there. But the fact of the matter was this. I was part of a program that got piloted at Washington. It was called the Black and Latino Male Achievement Program. NPS piloted this program at 2 of their schools. Washington was one, which I was heading. And then the other one was at South Division, which my guy Derek Porter-Ladden was heading. Our director was Linnell Ramey, who's now the executive director over Mentor of Greater Milwaukee. He was our director, him and Paul Mogan and David Castillo and all them. They was our guys down at central office.
Yeah.
But me and Derek Porter-Ladden was at the schools.
Yeah.
So we had that program, and with that program, and then you also talk about the Running Rebels program, which they have the violence-free zone. Those two programs in schools, it changed Washington.
Yeah.
It changed. So we talking about African-American men of color. It improved their attendance. It improved their academics. It improved their behaviors, brought suspension rates down, all that stuff. And that this is proven fact. They got data to prove this stuff.
Yeah.
So at this point, like, Washington is really turning around. We got strong male figures in the building. You got Marlon Boyd. You had myself. We had Jamal Turrentine. We had Keon Mitchell. Who else we had in there? Witherspoon. Kevin Jonikin. We had some strong male figures in that building.
Yeah.
And it was changing Washington around. So Tanya Adair was actually the principal at that point.
Yeah.
Tanya Adair ended up taking the job with the superintendent at that time, Dr. Driver.
Yeah. So
now Ms. Carthen ended up taking over. Washington's still in great standards because Ms. Carthen was running things. She never, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So she was basically following the program of what Ms. Adair laid the foundation.
Yeah.
So now at this point, I think we going upstate, having all this success. We having kids getting all these academic scholarships. Washington is looking good.
Yeah.
And when everybody pegged Washington to fail.
Right.
So I think it was some inner stuff going on down in the central office where they like, come on, man. You can't outshine King. You can't outshine Riverside. You can't outshine Golda.
Yeah.
You can't outshine them. These are golden schools.
Yeah.
So they like, we gonna somehow find some way to not make this work. So I don't want to say nothing about Miss Terry because I'm really good friends with her.
Yeah.
But this was the principal that came in behind them, where it looks like she'll get the blame for everything that went wrong.
Yeah.
But I think you start to remove good teachers. You move good teachers from there.
Yeah.
So now you're taking away teachers who kids got relationships with.
Right.
So now you're bringing in these new teachers kids don't have relationships with.
Yeah.
These teachers is, you know.
There's friction.
And now kids not coming to school. Kids back acting up.
Yeah.
And now Washington loses his edge. And now it looks like it's her fault. You know?
Yeah, that's tough.
When to me, I'm an educator.
Yeah.
Teachers is the whole backbone of it all.
Oh, for sure.
If you got to teach strong teachers in the building, and if you got good, strong males in the building, I don't care who the principal is, the school gonna be straight.
Oh, for sure.
So if you got strong men and you got good, solid teachers, your school is gonna flourish.
Yeah.
And they took both of those entities away from Washington.
Damn.
So at that point, I I was looking to move up myself.
Yeah.
I wanted to move up in administration. Mm-hmm. And opportunities wasn't there to move up at Washington.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around, you look for jobs.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was a great opportunity at Hope Christian Schools. Mm-hmm. My mother, she knew a principal, shared with a principal about me, her son. The principal wanted to interview me. I did 2 separate interviews. On the second interview, because I interviewed to be a social studies teacher.
Yeah.
And after the second interview, she said, I would be doing you a disservice if I made you a teacher.
Yeah.
You're an administrator. She was all like, I got a friend who had a dean of students position open, and I'm going to tell him to hire you. So I got hired as the dean of students at Hope Christian School Fortis.
Yeah.
And that's where I've been ever since I left Washington. I did 23 years in MPS. And my last 5 years, I've been at Hope Christian School.
All right.
So my first year, it was cool because I was still at coaching Washington.
Yeah.
Because I coached cross country, man. I coached a variety of different sports at Washington. I took the coach cross country job because Ralph Davis, rest in heaven, told me it'd be a great job to do because you can have your players run in the fall and then have them in shape for when the season start. Yeah. So I was like, Ralph, you was a genius.
Right.
Like, of course, I'll take that job. So I did cross country, but before I was doing cross country, because Ralph was doing it, I was coaching football.
Okay.
So I left football to coach cross country. And then I did basketball in the winter. And then in spring, I was coaching softball.
Oh, you was doing it all, man.
So I was doing a bunch of coaching.
Yeah.
But then, Washington lost. I wanted to move up in administration. They gave me the position at Hope.
Yeah.
The first year wasn't bad. I think Miss Terry was just like, let's see if we can weather this with Riley being out the building.
Yeah.
But we need somebody with eyes on the players. I'm not in the building, even though I'm giving teachers my phone number, email, call me, something go on. I'll shoot up there because I'm not too far. I'm right down the street. I can shoot up there, see what's going on. It just wasn't working. Yeah. She wanted the coach to be in the building. Yeah, I understand why.
That's what I read.
Your players, they falling out. They need to see their coach face. Like, trust me, when I was in that building, I'm walking that hallway, they know they better not let me see them. Yeah. Washington, I have 4 floors, and they got some long hallways. Trust me. They know what time it is. And the players that play for me, they know if they ever try something, they know. 4 floors, long hallways. Yeah. So it never, it never was that with me. At least with my players. Yeah. Whether if they ran cross country, if they played basketball, if it was softball, or if they was in my classroom. Yeah. Didn't have to worry about nobody who Fred Riley had under his thumb. Mm-hmm. So it kept the building cool. And then I got cool with so many other kids in the building because my kids I had a relationship with them. Yeah. The other kids want to know what's cool about dude.
Yeah, who is it?
So I developed such a strong relationship with the kids in the building that everything, and not only just me, but like I said, those other strong teachers and males in the building as well, where we had Washington good. Yeah. We lost a lot of that. Yeah. And the thing with me with the team, she needed a coach in the building. Yeah. I wasn't ready to come back in the building unless she was going to give me an administrative position. Yeah. And she couldn't do that. So I stayed where I was at, and we met, and she just was honest with me and said, I got to go in a different direction. Yeah. I hated it. Yeah. I hated it because of what I was building over there. I revitalized the program. Yeah. And I'm like, no, don't do this to me. Yeah. And probably the pressure she was getting from central office or whatever, like she felt like as much as I would love to give you the opportunity to stay, I can't. I just don't want no hard feelings with you. Yeah. And it's crazy because I had hard feelings towards her
how would you not?
For a while, man. Yeah. For a few months, but I respect her. Yeah. I respect her. And at the end of the day, I had to come to grips with and talking to my pastor, stuff like that, just understanding like, God got a new journey for you. Yeah. Your job was done there. Mm-hmm. So I came to grips with that. Yeah. And I wasn't going to coach no more. I wasn't going to coach no more. And my wife. And
what got you back, man? What got you back, man?
My wife and a good friend of mine who coached with me at Washington, Jamal Turntine, who's been my assistant for years. Just was like, man, we can't be done. We can go somewhere else. And, so I wanted a special job.
Yeah.
I wanted a special job where I could have parents involved, where I had a strong, community behind us, where I wanted kids that was thriving academically.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All that stuff, because I was putting all that stuff into place at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a lot of that stuff in place when I got hired. So I was putting a lot of that stuff in place, and it was wearing me out, man.
Yeah.
You're doing fundraising. You're doing a lot for the kids.
You wearing a lot of hats over there,
It was a lot of time, man.
Yeah.
Like, I had kids at my house.
Yeah.
Living with me, stuff like that. Like, it was a lot. And my wife, she's a champion, man. Like, she supported me. She didn't have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She could have been went another way.
Yeah.
Think about my son. Like, he could have been like, no, Dad, I don't get no time. Like, it could have totally went left. And my family was just very supportive of me.
Yeah.
Got behind me, whatever you need. And my wife, she was just all like, babe, no, you one of the greatest coaches. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't leave like this.
Yeah.
A friend of mine called me and was like, hey, man, what do you think about Menominee Falls? I said, Menominee Falls? Like, growing up as a kid, we always heard Menominee Falls to be racist.
Yeah.
So, and my cousin went to school out there, Marquise McFarlane.
Yeah.
He went to school out there, and he played for Menominee Falls. So, it was like, Menominee Falls, I don't know
about that,
I don't know, man. Yeah. And he was all like, no. Because he older. Yeah. He was like, it ain't like that. He said, Menominee Falls different.
Yeah.
It ain't like that no more. He said, you still have some, but it ain't nowhere, it ain't like that. He said, you what they need out there. And he said, they looking for it. They looking for a coach like you. So I thought about it, because I didn't apply. I sat on it.
Yeah.
I sat on it, and I kept just going in looking for jobs, and I kept seeing Menominee Falls. Kept seeing Menominee Falls. It was still open.
Yeah.
So I talked to my wife again. She was all like,
you need to do that.
Go ahead, you need to do it. And then I thought about it too. And I used to drive Appleton just to see the school, and I drove around.
Beautiful school.
I said, I can do something here.
Yeah.
So I applied for the job.
Yeah.
And Brian brought me in on 2 interviews. I crushed the interviews. And I remember I walking out on my 2nd interview. He said, I got to do this other interview. But you my man.
Yeah.
You my man.
Yeah,
I got to do this other interview, but you my man. And I was all like, okay. But I didn't know if I could trust that.
Yeah.
I knew he liked me. You know what I'm saying? In the interview, you could tell if somebody, I knew he liked me. I knew he respected me.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, let's see if this really happens. And then 2 weeks went by. He gave me a call, said, are you still interested in the job? I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
He said, well, the job is yours.
Man, that's what's up.
That's how I became the coach at Menominee Falls.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. To just go from I ain't doing this no more to, man, you got the job, man. I know you had to bring out the playbook, man. I know you had to bring your book with you, man.
Really, to be honest, at that point, I didn't. I had it here because I've been doing it for so long.
Okay.
I've been at Washington 12 years, 11 years. I was all like, it's like clockwork now. I ain't got to bring it out no more.
I got to ask you one thing, Fred, because it's one thing to deal with young boys who play at Washington. They built a certain way. You already know what I'm getting at. Mm-hmm. Now you at the Falls, and this ain't no disrespect, but it's a different type of kid out there. So how did you have to adjust a little bit dealing with one opposed to the other? Because it's a difference.
It's a difference, but not that much difference. Every community have its issues.
Yeah.
Some of the same stuff that's going on in the city, it's going on in the suburbs.
Yeah.
If you got money, you can play a little harder.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a car at 15.
Access.
16. You got a car.
Yeah.
But then the issue is you got a little they standing on the morals and values a little bit more in the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit more structured.
Yeah.
So they doing their stuff more strategically.
Mm-hmm.
Opposed in the city.
Yeah.
I ain't got that much, that rain on me. I can go hang out to 2 in the morning, come home. Ain't nobody standing on me about homework as much. I can hang out. My girl could come to the crib. I even had a player when I coached him, his girl was living with him. At Washington. So it was different in that sense. The upbringing. But as far as kids, they doing the same stuff, man.
Yeah.
They doing the same stuff, man.
Yeah.
They boys is boys, girls is girls.
Oh, that's facts. That's big facts. Man.
But I found that like they take the academics a little bit more serious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's the piece I appreciated. I didn't have to do tutoring. There was no such thing as tutoring. At Menominee Falls. As soon as I walked in the building, they had this sign said that they ranked 13th in the state of Wisconsin according to DPI. And I was thinking, there's plenty schools in the state of Wisconsin. You rank 13th. And then as I look now, I think they 20 something in the state. Like out of hundreds of schools, that says a lot about the academics in that building. So they take their academics serious. I mean, they have their kids that struggle.
Yeah, that's
but it's more flourishing than struggling. Opposed in the city, you got your high range of kids, you got a mid range of kids, and then you got a nice low group of kids. You don't really see that as much in the suburbs.
Okay. So what we gonna do now is I want to swap out my cameras. We're gonna wrap this thing up. I'm gonna get my man final thoughts, man. This Cut Talk. And you back, man. I might need that story on, on wax. But man, we back at it, man. And we wrapping it up, but it's one of them situations where like you talk to this guy, man, you get so many gems, man, it's hard to. But I'm gonna put the focus back on this guy, man. So we went from West Lawn, John Muir, Milwaukee Hamilton, Shasta. We was at Sac State, North Dakota State, finished up. Then we go back to the Silver Springs Center, break your way into NPS, man, coaching with Vincent, then with North, then with Hamilton, then with the Pergoters. Then you at the Falls now, man. So just to sum up that journey, man, what you saying, man?
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. I'm doing something that I love.
Yeah.
Working with young men, having an opportunity to impact young men.
Yeah.
Being an opportunity for them to use me for my resources. Being a vessel for them to try to chase their dream and whatever that may be, whether if it's in sports, whether if it's in family, whether if it's in career. I'm living my best life, man, and all because of basketball. All because of sports. It's created this opportunity for me just to reach back and touch people. And I want to say this, like, one thing I've always told Bob Ricardo when I was young, I said, Bob, because you pour so much into me and saved me, I said, I promise you this, even when you've gone off this earth, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to always pour back into young men. So when you see me doing the work that I'm doing, it's because of my promise to Bob Ricardo, because he saved my life.
Yeah. That's as real as it get. Now we're going to do another transition, man. You go from the Jets, you go from Kill Day, dealing with that, man. You go
a lot as a kid, man.
you go from, unfortunately being shot. You go from, having the babies, high school. Then you go from having the accident at Sac State that puts you down for real. Then bouncing back and doing your thing at North Dakota State. So if you had to speak on that part, what you saying, man? Because that's movie right there.
It is, but it's life.
Yeah.
And life is full of ups and downs. It's full of transitions. And you just a famous quote from Dr. Martin Luther King: "The true testament of a man is not when it's going well, but when stuff is going down. When the chips is down, that's when you can really tell the true testament of a man." So I stand here as a testimony. I've had a ton of downfalls and lapses, but I'm still standing. I'm still doing God's work. I'm loving impacting young people's lives. Outside of playing in a professional career, an NBA career, if I couldn't be doing something better, this is the profession I would want to be in. You know, so if I had an opportunity to play pro, yes, I would. Like if I to be in a league, that would be my career
for sure.
But the alternative to that, man, I'm winning.
Couldn't
being
ask
in education,
more,
working with the future, man. So for me, that's where it's at.
That's dope, man. So I asked this question to everybody. Young you, Westline you, man, moving with the guys, got certain stuff going on, kind of a high head, you know that dude, that young version of you, not you now, the coach you, the dad you, the husband you know what I'm saying, dean of students you. If you had to give your younger self some game, what would it be?
I think the biggest thing, man, is trust the people who's coming in front of you, being genuine. When you're young, you really don't. You just listen to the people who telling you what you want to hear. And everything that you hear is always just what you want, but what you want ain't always what's best for you. So I say trust the people who's coming forth to you and giving you powerful messages. And that powerful message don't always got to come from somebody who's successful. Powerful messages come from people who have had failed. And you can learn not to fail. You know, so it's listening to those people, man, having that open ear and people being just blatant honest with you and you being receptive to what they're giving you. And then you go take it and you reflect on it, and what's important to you, you apply it, and what's it's not, you throw it out. You know, but that's what I would tell the younger me is like, take my time and listen to that, because I didn't listen to a lot of that. I was listening to more of what I wanted to listen to feed my ego, opposed to listening to like more of the Bob Ricardos, the Mark Wades, listen more to Vic Barnett, listen more to the Willie Jacksons. Even like when I had good friends, Derek Carter he had good upbringing. He was constantly telling us good stuff, the right stuff to do. Just listening to your friends, like, you know, keep you out of trouble. I had a couple of friends, even one of my white homegirls, Julie Anderson, like telling us the right stuff to do. Like, so like, you know, listen to those people, man, whether if they're your peers that's giving you honest messages, or older people who giving you these positive messages. Listen to them, man. I think it's vital. And then the second thing I'll say is too, trust who you give your loyalty to.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I think that's huge, because in our community growing up, we get so attached. And a lot of times what's stopping us from making the right decision is our loyalty. We get loyalty to some people who is doing something totally the opposite of where we trying to go. And then it gets us off track. We don't achieve our goals. You know, we don't chase our dreams. And then next thing you know, we experience a different type of life that we don't even want. Or guess what? Worst case scenario, we don't even have a life. So that's what I would tell the younger me.
So that's dope. So I want you to speak to 3 people, say some nice words to 3 people. Then I want you to give a shout out to Westline, and we'll wrap this up, man. So your boy, your guy, Yule Clinton. If you had to give a shout out to him, say some nice words about him, man. Just the impact you told me he had on you, man. What you saying to him, man?
I just want to thank my brother for being in my corner. He's so genuine. He's one of a kind. He's so unique in his own way, and you can't help but to love him. His heart is in the right place. He'll do whatever it takes to support you. If he down with you, he in your corner. And I just want to say thank you, Yule, for everything you have done to inspire me to get back to playing basketball, inspire me and supporting me in my coaching career. I actually started coaching with Ewell when I got out of college. So we had this plan when we was in North Dakota. We talked about this stuff. He know I was going to run the offense. He run the defense. Positive, man. Just always being supportive of whatever I was trying to do in my life. Supportive of my family. He loved my son. Always talking on behalf, positive about my son and stuff like that. Always calling him the president and all that type of stuff. Just unique guy. Unique guy you got to have in your corner, man. And I'm just so thankful that he's in mine.
That's dope, man. If you had to say anything to moms, man, what you saying to moms?
My mama?
Yeah, what you saying to moms,
my God. Man? Listen, Ma Dukes, Agnes Marie Wallace, I love you. Love you like no other. This heart is all yours. Everything I do in my life, everything I've strived to try to do in my life, what I've become is because I always put you at the forefront of everything. You mean everything to me. There's nothing I would rather be doing. And there's no other mother that I would rather have than you. You inspire me so much. I have seen you work so hard. I've seen you sacrifice so much for our family. And because of you, I am who I am.
That's dope, man. You got to say something to the wife. Wrap it up. Say something to the wife, man. Say some good words about the wife, man. What you saying?
My wife is so special. Deanna, she knows it. She know we just run across people that I work with.
Yeah.
And they always tell her, "Oh, you special," because to be dealing with him, oh, you special. Like you put up with him. And yes, she do. It takes a different type of female to deal with me. And she is a different type of female. And I waited so long to marry a woman like her. She's so kind. She's gentle. She's supportive. She's a great mother. And she keep it real with you too. She'll check you when you're wrong. I couldn't ask for a better partner. She always try to raise the bar for me. She pushes me to greater heights. It's when I want to rest in my comfort zone. Nope. She tell me, nope, that's not good enough. You better than that. So she inspires me. She motivates me. Again, she loves me for who I am. She accepts me for who I am. And baby, I love you to death.
That's dope, man. Shout out the kids real quick, too. I can't leave them out, man. Can't leave them out.
Man, I got 3 babies.
Yeah.
My oldest is Tanisha. She know I love her. My second oldest is Celeste. She know I love her. And then my youngest, my baby boy, is Elias. My kids, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my babies. They know that. I would give my life for my babies. I love them to death. And know Daddy always in your corner.
That's dope, man. And to wrap it up, man, if you had to say something to Jets, man, to the Jets, man.
Hey, for Westlawn,
yeah,
that's all me. Without me, y'all made me tough. Y'all made me smart. Y'all made me just think about all my moves that I make. Y'all made me just a competitor. Y'all made me a lot of things that if I wasn't growing up in Westlawn, I think a young man probably would have lost himself.
Yeah.
Because of the different experience I had, the different challenges I had that Westlawn presented for me, it's a credit to also the young man that and the grown man that I have become. So I thank everybody. I thank the fights that I had with people. I thank the challenges to throwing the berries from the tree. I thank for them not giving me hot supper on certain days. I thank for Bob kicking me out the gym at times. I thank for riding our bikes, building bikes in Westlawn to ride them all over the city of Milwaukee. Just teaching me basketball, football, teaching me loyalty, commitment, dedication. Just being there with me. Y'all always, Westlawn will always be in my heart. Y'all know that. To the day I die, I take it everywhere I go. When I went to California, North Dakota, I don't care where I'm at, the Lawns is always in me.
Man, that's dope, man. If you had to wrap this up, man, something to interview up with a few words, man, what you saying, man?
First thing I want to say is, Mark, man, thank you, man.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Like, you didn't have to do this.
Yeah.
And I want to say like platforms like this.
Yeah.
For old guys like me.
Yeah.
to go back and be able to live our glory days and bridge the gap between our youth and our OGs. Just sharing some of our experiences so they can be able to know a little bit more about where we've come from and how we paved the way. These platforms that you created, man, for us to come down here and sit and open up your house to allow us to share these stories, man. I want to say thank you to you, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's my honor, man. I wouldn't be right if I ain't how you do this last shout out, man. Shouting out God, your relationship with God, how he's been able to keep you through all the stuff you went through, man. If you had to say some words to him one time, what you saying, man?
I just want to thank God, my creator, my everything. I'm nothing.
Yeah.
I'm nothing without you. You guide me every day. Every time I pray to you, I feel like you're listening to me. I feel like you always answering my prayers. I feel like you always got a special covering over me and my family. I feel like you always want me to win, and you always trying to put me in a position to win. And I'm forever just thankful for you and how you sacrificed your life so I can have a better life and so all of us can have a better life. I thank you for the love that you put in my heart, that you allow me to share with everybody. I just thank you for being this great creator of this world. Without you, none of the love that takes place, none of the great things that's taking place on here, that's allowing us to be in the form of you, the greatness in the form of you, it would never happen. So I just thank you for continue to guide me and never leave me. I just thank you, Father.
Man, that's dope, man. You gonna be mad at me for this one as we wrapping the interview up, man. Your top 3 Westlawn players. Your top
Man,
3,
that's
man.
actually, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy. Because like I got to think about like where we started.
Yeah.
And I got to think about where we at. So without a doubt, the first player that always come to my mind is Antonio Spinks.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio Spinks, and then next is Dwayne Sweet Hands Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Them would be my first 2. And then that third one, I mean, it's kind of toss up with some guys because, I mean, you think about the Ellis Turnteens, the Jamal Turnteens, the Scott Spinks. You think about the Deshaun Ezels, the Jerry Allens, the Kevin Pittmans. It's just some great players that came through there. The Chuck Chipleys. You think it's just the great players that come through there. Ricky Allen. You think of City. Mm-hmm. Man, it's so many, man. Like Westlawn is a hotbed popsicle. It's so many great basketball players that come through Westlawn, and like, I mean, it's easy to say I'm easily one of the top 5.
Yeah.
But to me, it's not even about a top 5 or a top 1. It's about everybody who come through Westlawn. They represent us right.
That's dope.
They represent us the right way.
That's dope.
They win as state champions.
Yeah.
They win and whatever they do in life as fathers. They grow to be great community men. Like we winning as Westlawn men.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm more proud of than any accomplishment that excuse me, that any player has had on the court. I'm more proud of how we represent ourselves, how we have grown to represent ourselves as athletes, as community men. So shout out to all of us. All of us. We all winning. We all GOATs.
Yeah, there we go, man. I think that's the perfect answer. The Bricks, the Jets, man, Westlawn, man, all the people I got over there, man, building a bond with you, man. Y'all some real ones. Y'all got my respect, man. But that was legendary coach, player, Fred Riley, man. I'm going to have this out. I'm going to take my time editing this because it got to be done right. So, you know what I'm saying? When this come out, it's going to touch the city. This is Mark Pace, Fred Riley. This is Cut Talk. We out.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance.